This is my recap and reaction to one of my must-see Sister Wives episodes, Season 5, Episode 2, a classic episode where Robyn misses Logan's graduation. And this was a huge deal because Logan was the first of the Brown kids to graduate. It was a super milestone for them, and Janelle was obviously pissed and, disappointed for other reasons. But let's get into it. The episode starts on a serious note with Cody saying that Christine, Mary, and Robyn grew up living this secretive life and that it was normal for the dads to not publicly acknowledge their kids whatsoever. And this is all a prelude to the Browns going to a parent-teacher conference at their kids' local high school all together, which in their mind is like the ultimate "here we are" move. They're still at this point living in separate homes in Vegas, not in the cul-de-sac yet. The first teacher they go see is Mariah's, now Leon, but at this point their name was Mariah. We see this clip of how they wanted to be a doctor and how they can't wait to have sister wives. And in this episode, many of the older kids talk about what they want to do with their lives. And it's interesting to see just how super different things really played out. Spoiler alert, Mariah or Leon did not become a doctor and most definitely did not get sister wives. Next up is Aspen's gym teacher, Miss Aaliyah. Aspen says that she does want to be a polygamist later on, and she gets called out by her teacher for missing classes and admits sometimes she just really doesn't want to go. And now Christine says if Aspen wasn't getting good grades, she wouldn't let her miss school, she says. She says, "I wouldn't let Peyton miss school. He's not keeping his grades up." So way to throw Peyton right under the bus for no reason here. And Mary says, yeah, but then Mariah says they don't want to go to school. And I'm like, no, it's school. It's your education. You have to be there. I'm not Christine. And Christine did not like that comment at all. She made this face. We also learn on a side note that Logan, the oldest, is swearing a lot now, something he picked up in Vegas, and he's fully defending himself doing so. He said it caught on to him pretty quickly. Whatever, Logan's still the perfect child in my eyes. Maddie says that she wants to do hair when she grows up, and Hunter said that he wanted to be a football coach or trainer. He ended up becoming a nurse, and Maddie has an online business. McKelty, meanwhile, at this time wanted to be a fashion designer, and they met with McKelty's teacher in this episode. They didn't meet with any of, I guess, Robyn's. I don't know how old her kids were, but anyways, none of her kids were profiled at all. And now we cut to Mary talking about her wet bar. Okay, you'll remember that this is just epic Sister Wives. When they were building the houses in the cul-de-sac in Vegas, Mary, for some reason, was obsessed with having a wet bar in her house. Not for the bar part, but she said for counter space and entertaining. But the thing is, to have the wet bar, she also had to have a hobby room and a pantry and a fifth bedroom, which made her house super expensive. But Mary just loved the wet bar. She just could not let it go. And Janelle was mad that Mary wanted to have all that because she only has one child. And Christine and Janelle admitted that when they first thought about the homes, they thought Mary should have a smaller house. And Janelle was worried that if they did things equal, that she and her 6 kids would not be getting something they needed or something. This is not a new conflict in the family. It comes up all the time, usually with Mary ended up crying, saying that if she had it her way, she would have had 8 kids. So why should she be penalized? Which I understand. I mean, but when finances are tight, it's a difficult discussion. They meet with the builders and they confirm that Mary can't just randomly have a wet bar. It's a wet bar crisis. Ends up Mary will have a more expensive house. She's stressed about it and says she's been in tears over it. And now, in my opinion, the main event of the episode, Logan's graduation from high school. and it's taking place at UNLV. As Logan says, he's walking down the first aisle of his life. Janelle says that they just came back from a road trip, and there's drama because Cody did not let everyone know the exact timing about when and where to be. Robyn says that she had talked to Janelle the day before asking for the details, and Janelle said, oh, it's like 5 hours. So Robyn, because she had a baby, Solomon, and she didn't want to, I guess, get a babysitter, she decided to plan to show up late with Solomon so that he wouldn't be fussing for hours. A plan that went terribly wrong and goes down in Sister Wives history. Robyn figured, oh, I'll have a long time before Logan crosses the stage. But Robyn, Logan's last name is Brown. It's in alphabetical order. In what world is he not going to be in the first group? I mean, her logic is not working here. They have to leave in 15 minutes, and Hunter still didn't shower, and it's mayhem. Everyone's arriving at the venue, minus Robyn, who went back to get a camera or something. And there's this cute moment where Christine says she used to claim Logan as her own when he was a baby in public, and that she really helped raise him. And this is true, and Christine deserves a lot of credit for the child rearing. Tension in the stands rise, and Cody's starting to worry about, who else? Robyn, of course, and even Mary in this moment tells him to calm down because he needs to be here for Logan. Robyn claims that she was late, but she also couldn't find the auditorium, and she was stopping students in desperation to ask for directions. Christine scolds her and says in the confessional, this was really, really important, and that, no one had any idea she was trying to be late. In a controversial move, Cody storms out of the arena to try to find Robyn right before Logan takes the stage, and Christine and Janelle are just blowing up his phone to get him back. Cody gets back just in time to see it, but poor Janelle was messing with her phone or something to take a picture, and she, for some reason, missed it and didn't hear his name called, and Madison turns around and says, you missed it, Mom? And Janelle just yells, shut up. She's visibly upset. She's crying. It's a mess. And Robyn still hasn't even shown up yet. But after 15 minutes later, Robyn comes in knowing that she missed everything. Just standing there at the top of the stairs awkwardly in the back of the aisle, almost like a walk of shame down the steps. Robyn was mad at herself. Janelle was mad at herself. And they're all in silence, like stewing in their anger. And basically, they all come to the conclusion that their planning skills were terrible in this case. And this, is a famous Robyn story, for sure. And as if we didn't get enough action in this episode, Mary goes to visit her sister Elaine, who, like Mary, had fertility issues, but recently had a baby after a big gap between her kids. Mary's sister tells her she doesn't really feel like Mary wants a baby as much as she did like 5 years ago. And Cody tells Mary that she needs to decide for her. And, at this time, Mary was so undecided and on the fence. And I don't know, I just feel like she should have known if she wanted to have a baby. There was a lot of doubt there. Every conversation about it was just very emotional for her. And she was just at a standstill. And I think in retrospect, it's a good thing that Mary didn't have another baby with Cody, just saying. And so in this episode, they decide that they will be deciding on whether or not to have a baby and to do IVF by end of the year, I guess when they move into their new homes. And Mary has another emotional moment. She cries a lot this season, and we all know, of course, what happens next. And I recap the episodes where they talk about it, or I guess the episode where Cody decides. And you can find that in my playlist of the must-see episodes. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed my recap and reaction of this momentous Sister Wives episode, and I'll be back with more. Bye guys!